Hey guys, and welcome back to Old Firm in the Premier League, our FM experiment where we put Celtic and Rangers into the Premier League. You join us on a big day in the English calendar. We are in the FA Cup semi-finals, Celtic against Manchester City. The other semi-final is Leeds against Cardiff. And strangely, I have checked this, both games are taking place at the same time, on the same day, in the same stadium. So, unless Wembley has suddenly got two magical pitches in the same stadium, I'm not really sure what's going on there. One of the strangest admin errors I've seen on FM. So, let's very quickly take you through what's been happening while you've been away. So, last time out, we drew with Rangers after we won the FA Cup quarter-final with Tottenham. Then we got absolutely battered by Leeds. So then we got a big win against Burnley, 2-1, Jota and Juranovic, and then we got thumped by Chelsea. So that's been interesting. We've also still got to play Liverpool and Tottenham again, then Leicester, Everton before the end of the season against Norwich. So we've done really well this year. We're still in 10th place, which is great, but I expect we're probably going to slip down to 13th potentially, depending how we do the rest of the season. But without any further ado, let's go and play the FA Cup semi-final against Manchester City. If we win it, we'll also play the cup final. Obviously very unlikely. If we do, we will play it in this episode as well. Alright, here we go. I think we're going to go with that. That's kind of worked. And that's worked a bit better. So we're at Wembley, Celtic, taking on Manchester City. Ray, Juranovic, Kartovic, Starfelt, Oda, McGregor, Hatate, Riley, Jota, Kyogo and Juba. And that's a pretty strong looking Manchester City team. But they've lost their last 3 games. So there's something to build on. But they've got De Bruyne and Grealish in midfield, which is an interesting combination. We've had 2 shots there, none in 10 minutes. That's 5. How have we had 5 shots without a highlight? Here's the first highlight of the semi-final. Into Juba. If someone can make a run, we're going to go backwards instead. Here's Jota. O'Reilly's. Fire it over. I imagine this is going long. Yes. Can he win that? No. No, let Des go free down the right. Into Bernardo. This is looking worrying because they're playing very methodically. Which usually means they're going to go and score. Nathan Ake drifting infield, obviously. Now Sterling would not do that. He can't even kick the ball in the air. Never mind try and score from there. Now Gundogan from a free kick, and that's miles over. Can we create a chance? Ode into McGregor. Comes inside. Hatate. Oh, no one made the run. That would have been a great chance if someone made the run. We've gone all the way back to the keeper. He's going to hoof it. Can someone get there? Kyogo! Kyogo! Celtic 1. Man City 0. We lead in the semi-final. And it's long ball football at its very finest. David Raya hoofs one to Artem Juba, who nods it down to Matt O'Reilly. Tees up Kyogo, and even he can't miss from there. 1-0 Celtic. Come on the boys. And here we go. Let's just get to half time, lads. O'Reilly's in. Kyogo's in. Someone to shoot. Back to Rio. And Jota forces a great save out of Stefan. And we've looked so good in this first half. Oh, and Juva's forced another save out of Stefan. What a finish this has been to the half. But is 1-0 going to be enough? Juba again? Oh. Stefan's made 3 saves in a minute. But we lead 1-0. And the worry is City have been pretty inept. Now I find a 1-0, never really know what to say. going to say that. We've got to expect City to come firing back at us, really. But can we just keep going, lads? Oh, we're getting it away. That's not a good start. Don't give it away there. Ooh, what is that? Raya gifting the ball away. Oh, what a header that is. Bloody hell. Unbelievable header. It's Dest with a free. Oh, that's a ridiculous header. But now it's City again and Gomez again. I'm really worried about us being in this position all the time, because we keep just giving it away. Uh-oh, De Bruyne is in. Ooh, he's hit the post. I think we probably need to bring Jota off. My only concern is I don't know who to bring on. But let's give him one last bit of encouragement. That's another save from Raya. Can he find Juba again? Can we go on the counter? Raya hoofs it up to Juba. Here's Jota. Make a difference, mate. Come on. He's running away from goal. Now we're Riley. Back out to McGregor. Oh! That's Stefan again with another save. He's made 4 massive saves. It's the longest highlight I've ever seen, which means it's probably going to be a goal. Oh, God, how have we cleared that? And it's finally gone out of play. And we've made it to full time. I don't really know how with that second half. It was kind of brutal. But we've managed to get a draw against Man City, which is an amazing effort, really, when you look at the team we've got. We've got some players who are struggling. We're going to try and motivate them. So Raya's on the ball. Can't find Juba. And whenever we can't find Juba, it's always a bit of a worry, because the ball just comes straight back to them. Oh no, Grealish is in. And he scored. And it's all over. I think it's all over. And they're getting through at will now. I think we're... Oh, Grealish again. Maris. Let's put it wide. Right, we've made 2 more changes. We've gone 4-4-2. Yankov's... Oh, he missed! Carter Vickers has missed an open goal with 8 minutes to go. Could that be the last chance? No, because Juba's done the same. Oh my God. We've missed 2 absolute sitters for a chance to equalise. And now City are going to score, because you can't afford to miss those chances. Oh, it's so annoying. And now we've got a man sent off, because that's how FM works. How dare you try and score against the computer? Oh. And there it is, we've lost 2-1 after extra time, which is disappointing, but I think also a bit unlucky as well. We've had 20 shots, 10 on target. Their keeper's played really well. Their whole team's played pretty well. I think we've been a bit unlucky. And look how dirty they've been. 1, 2, 6 yellow cards. And we had a player sent off. That seems a bit unfair. But I'm very proud of the lads. Jota is useless. But City go into the FA Cup final and they will play Leeds, I believe. I think we're unfortunate, to be honest. We took the lead, we missed some really big chances just before half time. I think we were unlucky. But that's a good sign for the future. So, what's Guardiola whinging about? So, we're knocked out of the FA Cup. So that means we are going to come back for the final game of the season against Norwich. And we're back for the final day of the season. We're up against Norwich away. The end of the season has been quite tricky, I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of red at the end of this campaign. So, since we lost to City, we unsurprisingly lost 3-0 to Liverpool. Divock Origi scored twice. We got 1-1 draw with Tottenham at home. Stephen Welsh scored our goal from a set piece. And then we lost 1-0 to Leicester, which is quite a big defeat actually in terms of the table. And then we got another home draw with Everton, which is actually a really good result because when I show you the table, Everton are third in the league under Frank Lampard. They've qualified for the Champions League. Tottenham are fourth. City, well, fighting for fourth with Tottenham. United are way down in eighth. We are in 12th, and we could finish as low as 14th if we lost today. So let's go ahead and crack into it, shall we? We're going to do a mini review of the season afterwards, just to look at who's been good, who's been bad. And there's going to be a lot of change in the summer, I think. So for some reason, Carter Vickers is on international duty. Obviously. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of turnover in the summer, I think. Ode broke his ankle against Everton. He's out for 3 months. So we've got a few injuries, which means we're probably pretty limited to this starting lineup, I think. Alright, Norwich away. I've got a funny feeling we're not going to win this. And let's get into it. But like I say, it has been a good season. I think we performed way above expectations. And when you look at where Rangers are in the league, we're definitely doing pretty well. This is not looking like a good start. Oh dear. We're losing at Norwich. The end of the season has been awful. Well, we've had some really tough games, but it has not been fun to watch. And here come Norwich again with Lod. I'm actually going to turn it up a bit because I'm bored of watching it, to be honest. Kyogo. No, we're not going to have an attack. But I think we're going to need new players next year. I've already got a couple of players who I've signed up for next year. We won't talk about them now, but they're definitely a step up in quality. We might need to think about the way we play as well. We probably need to not have Juba leading the line next year. Pretty limited, to be honest. You look at some of the players we've got, like Kyogo's not great. I know he scored against City, but he's not really good enough for the Premier League. That was an absolutely dire performance. Obviously Juba hasn't scored anywhere near enough goals. Matt O'Reilly's been good. I think we're going to concede straight away. Yes, obviously we will concede to the first shot in both halves. Because that's what we do. And Newcastle are winning, so that's great. They're going to go above us too. Oh my word, this is bad. Wow. Oh boy. And now you see we need a lot of work in the summer. Because this is diabolical. We need to start playing like that as well. Just hoofing the ball up front. We're getting absolutely bullied by Norwich. Look at this. This is absolutely ridiculous. Oh man. I think this might be the worst performance I've ever seen on Football Manager. That may be Juba's last game for the club, I think. We need some kind of different striker who can just give us a different option. Right, there's no point in us being on positive. No way. This is so bad. As you see, we're slipping to 14th in the league. Which, at the start of the season, we would have absolutely taken. But to do it like this is pretty concerning, to be honest. And I'm going to throw a water bottle That is abysmal. And I think we'll just forget that ever happened. We're not even going to talk to the media. Juba hasn't scored for 8 matches. In fact, let's look at him now. 5 in 33 with 5 assists. He scored 1 goal since the end of January. Wow. That is really, really not good. But we went 13.5 million and we're paid out 850k. Let's take a look at the full table. We conceded lots of goals at the end of the season. So with about 6 games left, I think, we had a 0 goal difference. So obviously we've shipped 12 more in the last few games. So there's obviously defensive work to be done. We need to strengthen the defence. And we've won 1 game in the league since March. We've only won 2. With 2 league wins since, well, January. 1st of January. I think that's right. 1 there. 2 league wins since the 1st of January. That is awful. Wow. I didn't realise it was that bad. So let's have a look at the squad. So Jota is our top scorer with 15 goals in 50 games and 10 assists. He's actually been pretty good. He's a bit hit and miss. He's got 1 goal and assist since early March, which I think says a lot about the team. I think maybe teams have realised what we're doing. They found us out a bit since the start of the year. Juba 12 goals, O'Reilly 10. O'Reilly's been one of the bright sparks. He's been really good this year. He's still only 21, plenty of room to grow. He's definitely one to build the team around. Hatate has scored 7 and got 1 assist. I really don't rate him, if I'm honest. Juranovic has been good from right back. Been surprised by him, by how good he is. As you can see, good attributes as well. 4 goals, 9 assists for him. Pretty good from set pieces in terms of taking set pieces. Carter Vickers, he's not coming back next year. Starfelt, not a Premier League defender. It's a decent Sky Bet player, and he's played every game, I think, pretty much 37. So it's pretty clear where we're going, where we're struggling. There's areas we need to strengthen because most of this team isn't a Premier League team. But McGregor's chipped in with a couple of goals and 8 assists. Maida, unfortunately, is signing permanently next year. I do not want him. I'm going to try and sell him straight away. Carvalho's barely played since he came in, but he's one to kind of work around. He's one to work with for next year. Loads of potential. He's not really had a chance this year. Caicedo was a number, didn't really work out. We're not signing him. Yankov, maybe. We signed him in January. His value's rocketed up. Got loads of potential as well, so he's one to work with. Maybe him and O'Reilly can be a really solid midfield together. Then David Raya is definitely worth talking about. He's been really good this year. So 7.15 average ratings, conceded a lot of goals because our defence is awful, but he's kept 10 clean sheets. So David Raya is at the top of XG prevented, so that's good. So as I say, David Raya is our saviour this year. Definitely a really good signing. Expected saves, yeah, he's way up there at the top, and he saved 83%. That's pretty impressive. Up there ahead of Lloris, Alisson, Dubravka, Ramsdale. He's the one kind of bright spark, I guess. Interestingly, Artem Juba has won the most headers in the league, with 45 more than Kurt Zouma. So that's one thing to be proud of this season. But we haven't mentioned Rangers either. So Rangers finished bottom with a minus 70 goal difference, 17 points. By the time they got relegated was after 33 games, I think it was. They'd only won 2 games all season, and then they beat Newcastle the game after they got relegated, and then they beat Palace as well. So they ended up on 17. Still 20 points from safety though. I didn't realise Villa went down, so that could be interesting in terms of transfers. We will have to look at who could be available from Villa. I've also just seen that Guardiola's been sacked by Man City. So He just about beat us in the semi-final of the Cup, and then, I should mention actually, Leeds beat City in the Cup final on penalties. Here we have the Celtic end of season review, which we'll very quickly jump through. So as you can see, the board are happy with David Raya, £10 million signing. Ode's been really good at left back, I've got to mention him. He's been fairly solid for an 18-year-old at left back. Not much to see here, we finished 14th, and we're expected to avoid a relegation battle. So, biggest win, 7-0 in the Cup. Match to remember, apparently Shakhtar, because we got through, I guess. And the goal of the season was McGregor against Midtjylland. Finances, I think we're looking pretty good financially. We've got 32 million in sponsorship, 87 million in broadcast. So I think we're going to be okay next year. Obviously we won't have Champions League money next year. These are always a bit wrong, but it looks about right. So Turnbull, when he was fit, I really liked him. But he obviously broke his ankle right at the end of the season. And yeah, there's a lot we need to work on. Club awards, Raya, unsurprisingly, Fans Player of the Season, and O'Reilly, Young Player of the Season. McGregor, Goal of the Season, we knew that. Jota, Top Scorer and Top Assister, and Most Player of the Matches. Raya got the highest average rating. And then we've broken some records as well. So Jota, most assists. Raya with 16 clean sheets in all competitions. And Jota, most man of the match. And Josip Juranovic with the worst discipline. Obviously, a record high and a record low because it's our first ever season in the Premier League. And we're going to go on holiday to USA for the merch. All about the merch. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you is in the last episode, we had a look at our epic youth intake. So, I realised I didn't actually show you these guys. But I wanted to leave it to the end of the season just to kind of see if they progress at all and see how good these guys actually are. So, the pick of the bunch apparently is potentially Kerr Stewart, who's a good centre-back / left-back. Another one to look out for is Anis Amrouche, who actually looks really good. Algerian / Scottish. Kind of midfielder / attacking midfielder, but yeah, could be that really good for that central attacking midfield role. But he looks like a really good little prospect. Good technicals in terms of first touch, passing, and vision as well. And then Andrew Ross, who is Filipino / Scottish. He's a right back. Attributes wise, not great yet, but he does have good potential. David Comrie is a right winger. Ryan Leach, a really promising looking goalkeeper. Definitely one to keep an eye on. Ross Naismith is a midfielder / defender. Probably a ball winning midfielder, I guess. Aidan Gilmore, another left back. It'd be nice to get a striker somewhere. 6'4" left back. Nice. Oh, Derek Green, we missed him. Another centre back. He actually looks pretty good. Irish centre back. 16 aggression, 16 determination. Decent tackling. And then we've got Mark Clark, whose name rhymes. Another centre back, doesn't look that good. Madsen is apparently 4.5 stars now. Left winger, potentially. He looks alright. Marky Wills, I like his name, is another right winger. Gavin Goodall, another centre back. Scott Hendry. Doesn't look that good, to be honest. Another left winger. And then Callum Sutherland, who's another left back. So, it's a good intake. There's a lot of them. And I reckon maybe 3 or 4 could be good enough to like maybe push for the first team eventually. But like I say, it's going to be a busy summer, so we're going to go away, do some more deals, and we'll come back with a bit of a transfer special over the summer and rebuild for a second year with Celtic in the Premier League with Rangers down in the Championship. Unlucky boys. So yeah, that'll do for today. I hope you enjoyed this first season with Celtic in the Premier League. It's been fun. Obviously we tailed off a bit at the end of the season, but if you like the save idea, drop a like on the video and come back for more next time. But until next time, it's goodbye for now.